Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ino Manchidi. If you're new to the channel, please click that red subscribe button to be a part of the family. If you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. You know I love and appreciate you so much. Today I am sitting down to have a chat with you guys, and it's basically just a short video about how I'm really doing. I feel like this question of how are you is answered in such a colloquial way. Like, we're just so used to say, oh, I'm good, and and we don't really get into the real feels. So I just thought I should come by and just pour out my heart a little with regards to how I'm doing. And yeah, I think this video was motivated by everything that's just happening around us right now, in South Africa, and of course in the world at large, but more especially South Africa, because that's where I stay, that's where I'm based. And the past few weeks, basically July has been the pits for us in South Africa. But generally I feel like 2021 has just been a very heavy year for us. I thought 2020 was hectic, but 2021 came and said, listen, I'm still here to show you what 2020 can show you. So for me, July was probably the worst month since the year started. We had unrest in the country, where there was looting and everything. I'm sure you guys have seen that in the news, even if you're not from South Africa. We had that. And we just have COVID that's also going on. We're currently in the third wave, and yeah, guys, people are dying left, right, and center. It is so discouraging. It is so depressing. It's causing so much anxiety. For me, I just feel like I'm one of those people that I can pretty much carry on with life without you even noticing that anything is wrong with me. I can pretty much put on a smile and be okay, and blend in, and not really show how I'm feeling about something. And that's really how I've been surviving the past few weeks. The looting happened, and I mean, we spoke about it, and we dealt with it, we went past it, and then it just, July especially, like I said, that I'm now referring to this month. Well, it's now last month because this is August now. July has just also now been so heavy in terms of the amount of deaths that are happening. Not only people that I know, not only people that I'm exposed to, but also just generally in the country, in the world as well, I know. But also in the country, there's just so many people that you just hear of that are passing on, public figures, people's families, your friends' families. And with me, it ends up hitting me so hard, because another thing about me is that I'm such an empath, and I just find myself being so affected by people's pain. When a friend of mine will come to me and said, I lost my whatever, that pain hits me in a way that I end up personalizing it. There's one, of course, I can never really feel exactly what they're feeling, but I almost walk in their shoes, and I end up owning the situation to a point that it even affects me, as if I'm the one going through it. And that's basically how July has been for me. There's just been so many deaths, be it close or distant. There's just been a whole lot of deaths around me, and it has just gotten me to be so anxious, because now you start worrying about your own loved ones, your own family, your own friends, and you also just start walking in the shoes of those that are going through it with me. Like I said, I end up just getting into those situations, and it affects me. It's so weird, it's so strange how something that is not directly linked to me could affect me as though it's my own personal situation. And I don't know what to call it. I think it's just something that is just, I don't know, deeply planted in my character or something. But I really do own people's pain, whether we're close or not. I find myself just personalizing a person's situation. Like right now, there's all these deaths that are happening with public figures that we're also seeing, And I just, even with people that I've never met, I just find myself so affected by the situation. And I even ask myself, okay, like, what does it have to do with you? But like I said, being an empath, you just find yourself in a corner of being affected by something that does not directly affect you, you know. So yeah, everything else in my life, I am so grateful that everything else is going so well in my life. I'm in a very good space in terms of really everything else, you know. But of course these things are happening around you and they're bound to affect you, so that's how they end up affecting me. But in terms of my personal life, all is well. I'm in a happy, good space. But I can't help but find myself sitting in a corner and thinking about a friend of mine that's, you know, one of my close friends recently lost her mom, and I just found myself thinking about it so much and feeling so sad for her, even getting into a corner and crying. You know, I found myself imagining myself in that situation. And if you guys have watched one of my previous videos, I did mention that one of my biggest phobias, one of the things that I fear the most is death. I think I probably fear it more than anything. I think I can legit chill with a snake and chill with I don't know what. But I am terrified of death, and when somebody dies, it really just puts me off. And also because the past few years in my family, we have experienced death in a big way, and I just get so anxious that what if it's creeping back in and it comes back to us, and I don't know. But when it happens to other people, it hits me just as hard, and I end up owning it, like I said, you know. And yeah, I just feel a little a little overwhelmed by everything that's been happening around the country, everything that's been happening with COVID, everything that's been happening with people dying, be it from COVID or from whatever else. But now, because of everything that's happening, everything just boils up, excuse me, everything just comes together and just becomes one whole big thing. Yeah, so I just thought I should come and just check up on you guys and say, how are you doing? How are you really doing? You know, it's one thing to just come through here on this platform on YouTube and share the fun side of life and share the vlogs and you know, chat about how fun things are or whatever that we're getting up to, how fun it is, the jokes and laugh and everything. But I also feel like I also owe it to you guys to also just be present in a way that I acknowledge everything else that's happening around us. In the midst of us laughing and, you know, having fun in vlogs and everything, there's also so much that we're dealing with. And I just thought I should come through to also just ask you guys, how are you doing? You know, I hope that everyone is well. I hope that with everything that's happening, we're able to still carry on. At least we're able to still put on a smile, you know. And I also just want to send my condolences to everyone that is going through grief right now, and just tell you that you're in my thoughts. The fact that you are here on this channel and the fact that you're here watching this video, just know that you're in my thoughts, just know that you're in my prayers. And I really do hope that the difficult time that you're going through and we are going through as a whole can pass as soon as possible, because quite frankly, I am over saying rest in peace. I don't have rest in peace still left in me. I'm just ready to have our lives back, you know. And I'm not saying that when our lives are back to normal, death won't be happening, but I don't think it'll be happening as frequent as it is right now. I feel like we're attending funerals more than we are weddings and birthday parties, and you know, it's such a painful time. And I just wanted everyone that's watching this, everyone in this channel, to know that I'm thinking about you during this time, and I hope that you and your family are well and getting through this time. And I hope that God will sustain and keep us to pass through this time and be able to share testimony of the time that we are in right now, and irrespective of how it affected you directly and indirectly, but the fact that we can still come back after everything is over and just, you know, and just say how great God is, how much uNkulunkulu usidlulisile in this difficult time. So I hope that you're well. I hope that if you're not well, you will be well. And I just wanted to come through and say I'm thinking about you. and I love you guys so much. I hope that everyone will continue to take care, guys. Let's continue to, you know, observe the regulations as best as we can, so that we can help, you know, get rid of this thing and come back to our normal lives. I love you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed this short video. It was really just me coming to give you an update of how I'm doing and also find out how you're doing. Love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one.